How would you feel about school taking up an extra hour every day to teach basic, adult stuff, like washing clothes, basic cooking, paying taxes?
My rural-ass school did this in the
Homie C. Sewing, taxes, cooking, woodworking, etc. Could even get into metalworking, accounting, quilting, pottery, etc. if you wanted to. My school had a class like that. Most of the classmates didn't pay attention and now complain 10 years later that they never learned
about taxes and CR. That's just homie C.
Don't forget civics. We need to start teaching civics again so people learn how bills and elections work and that there's nothing fucking mysterious about it. I would disagree. This is stuff that should be taught during school, not adding on to it. I would be pissed at the extra hour, but I would be up for it. It would be smarter to make it a mandatory elective though. I learned this in homie C. I would say the parents should be doing that. Why even have the kid if you want the teachers to raise them?
Those are the things that a competent parent should teach their child.
They do it already. It's called life skills here. I think these are things that parents should teach their children. Good idea, but there's probably some unnecessary stuff they could work around for basic life skills instead of adding the hour. So a home economics class then. That was called Homie C back 25 years ago when I was in high school. And everyone had to take the class. I thought it was pretty decent even at the time. Wasn't that home economics? I think more financial classes would be wise. Cooking is cool, but washing clothes?
Parents shouldn't rely on schools to teach kids basic life skills.
It's a parent's job, not a school's job.
How about you ask your parents to teach you that?
They already do this in the UK for people in the lower academically able classes.
It should be a class.
When I was in school 30 years ago, these were classes for CR.
I don't know if you guys had this.
But in my country we already have that in our school program where they teach about taxes, washing clothes and cooking. I remember my middle school had a class like this. It taught that kind of stuff. Pretty useful. As an adult, I feel it should be 4 hours studying and 4 hours other activities.
I'm an adult so it wouldn't impact on me, but honestly,
they should be able to put this into the curriculum without having to extend the day out. Don't parents do anything anymore, but
nonetheless,
public schools should at least offer classes on such subjects. I don't think it would take an extra hour a day, but those skills are definitely not taught enough, like building CR. Some places still teach home economics. My HS did. Nobody took it seriously. There are so many useless subjects taught in school that could easily be slung to make way for an adult stuff class. Absolutely no need for an extra hour. Where I'm from has this for all school students. We call it home economics. Basically everything you mention. No additional hours needed. It's part of the curriculum.
I agree.
Paying taxes is a very important part of adult life and it's nowhere to be taught. Along with that, basic cooking and washing clothes should also be taught. People who need to know these things can watch YouTube and learn them. Paying your taxes. How to write a resume. This is the kind of shit I wish I was taught in my high school. So glad I'm using the Pythagorean theorem every day at my bartending job though. So are parents not supposed to teach their kids nothing? Do parents not teach their kids anything anymore? Depends on how it's executed, but the idea by itself sounds like a really good idea. Sad cause more school, happy cause something actually important. Not very interesting but very valuable for later. It's a great idea in theory. In practice, I think the time would be wasted on the kids in my neighborhood. Or how about we just drop 1 hour of the useless stuff every day and start to change the way schooling works? 'Cause this shit is getting outdated.
No extra hour, but definitely one of the requirements for graduating, just like community service is.
We could just replace the test prep students get an extra hour of. The whole teaching to test thing is nonsense. I'd feel better if parents did that, but someone has to fill the gap.
Reduce classes to 30 minutes because class just regurgitates the bullshit you're forced to read at
home anyway. Then sure, add that in. I would be amazing first that my school system could come up with that and implement that. Then I would tell everyone ever to go because that's a great idea. More better if they take out those that we don't really need in adulthood. I'd rather have them drop something else. Preferably P. School. What is that? That is an amazing idea. However, I would say less about the technical stuff, what you can learn online, and more of the communication, rhetoric skills, knowing how to negotiate, understand CR. That would be great, except for school musical season. I feel that teaching that stuff is the job of parents. My parents taught me those things. It also doubled as parent-child bonding time. Preparation. This sounds like home ECC. This is something parents should be teaching their children. Unfortunately, most people have incompetent parents. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.